But anywho, pagan alert, pagan alert. But anyway, um, so we ended up moving to 104th in Normandy. Boy, the beatings never stopped, and it was like after I got took from Auntie Janet, you didn't want to tell nobody else that they was gonna take you out the family or something. I didn't even give a damn. I wish they would have took me out the family, but the whole family hated you because it wasn't just one sister. It wasn't one person you had to deal with. Grandmommy, cousin Mary had 10 kids, and imagine all them kids who had kids who had kids. So it was like, they always got back up. They always made you feel bad and down about who it was. Now mind you, I'm young, I'm about 7, and I just could hear the kids. I could hear the adults. We always get together for Sunday dinner, call it devotional, some type of court shit, right? And anyway, grandmommy would pray so damn long. She prayed enough for the whole church. And it always was called devotional, but everybody was always holier than thou. And I'm trying to figure out what time was it. Whatever time I would want to remember, they must be trying to link in on my situation and trying to save themselves. But here it is. What's it called? A download? Maybe I'm receiving a download or something. But we ended up moving to. I ended up getting in high school. I don't know. I guess I gotta do a time pop. The time plot. Nope. In between time, I'm at Auntie Deborah's house, and I get to go visit my sister Donna. Donna lives with Auntie Sharon. I guess however the case may be, Rachel was just a mess up. But at this time, I'm still young, and through the family, it's like you gotta watch your man around Sierra. You gotta watch your man around Sierra. But look, after I get older, it changed from watch your man to watch your kids. You know what I'm saying around Sierra? What the fuck a kid got that turned me on? I just always had to. I could never, this discombobulated me. And so this is my journey. I'm going to tell you how I've been touched by multiple people in my family. And, I was targeted from a very young age. And I'm dropping names. I'm doing all that, It's my truth. It has been time. It's time now. And she would take me down to Auntie Sharon. She'd let me go to Auntie Sharon's house for the summer. And that would be, so I could spend time with my sister, Donna. And I think Auntie Sharon ended up taking Elijah when she ended up getting old enough, or when they ended up wanting to target my mom again and take her other child. That's what they did. That was Elijah. But she did a little better with Lele. When I went to Auntie Sharon's house, everything was cool. I never really wanted to leave. But I do remember still being young, though, still small, and me telling Auntie Sharon sitting there with a pallet in her hand asking me, did I touch my siblings, And I'm like, hell no, I didn't. No, I didn't. She's swearing to me that she gonna whack me in the face with the paddle, the ping pong paddle, if I don't tell her the truth. I never said hell no, because I never said I did, because I never did. Whole time, my big sister, I'm still young. I do remember us still watching Little Mermaid, things like that. I still find that interesting, but we also got Lele, so we always had some kid stuff on the channel. But Donna, the whole time, Donna telling me to eat her coochie and shit. I think that happened. I can only recall one time, but if it happened once, it probably happened multiple times, I can only recall that one time of her telling me to eat her funky, nasty ass coochie. I was young or something. She said, I'm gonna do it to you or something. I don't know what it was. I don't know why I did it. But a little bit after that, Auntie Sharon started telling me, asking me if I done did something to what? No, it ain't me. No. I don't know if Donna was out the question completely, or maybe she asked Donna too, it was just like no. But I had Auntie Sharon know after her death, Donna was lying, because Donna was she wanted me to touch the hell out of her. It wasn't her touching me. She wanted you to touch her. To lick her little funky shit. And then oh God, that was it. So that was Donna. I would say when the sexual stuff, and I was pretty safe in Auntie Jenna's house when I was there. Auntie Deborah's house, not so much. I ended up going back and forth. I was mad though every time I left Auntie Sharon's, because Auntie Sharon's was like La La Land. We get to go focus, make us a couple of dollars. She doing baskets. Mimi was always a pleasure to be around. But however, I remember that, so I have to get that out there. Yeah, Donna would touch me when I was little, and I can't even remember the age, but I could still remember that I was young. You know what I mean? I was real young. And I was a nigga that was getting accused of touching people's kids. But at first it was, watch your man around Sierra, like Sierra young as hell. If I'm sitting on the lap, nigga, I ain't knowing, you know, I ain't paying attention. Maybe it was the way a nigga sat on the lap. Maybe it's the way, however the case may be. They said I had the Jezebel spirit. And that was then. So that I remember getting touched by Donna. Then I had to go back to Auntie Deborah's house. Boy, I couldn't stand that. I used to pray to my cousins to come over there so that way, because she wouldn't beat me as much. Don't get me wrong, I grew up, I humped on my cousins, especially the ones that was my age. But it's a lot of cousins that I didn't desire to hump on, you know, that made me hump them or lick them or hit them in any type of way. I do remember, but all the niggas that all the cousins, the girl cousins and shit like that, they wanted to hump on me. You know what I'm saying? I never humped back unless I had an advance. You know what I'm saying? I do remember one time me and Marquia humping, but all that shit started way back at Uncle Mark's house, and I was still young, I would say, but I was still young. I don't even remember being in high school yet. But I remember Uncle Mark whooped the hell up out of us for being in his bed. I don't know if it was for humping or what, but I remember me and Marquis used to hump. But I do remember Toki humping me one time too. One night I never forget. I remember Toki humping a nigga. But I never made the advances. Niggas always made the advances at me. But I'm the nigga that you should watch, right? So anyway, you want some water? What? All right. Out the gate. Okay, let me make you get you some water real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna come back real quick.